Are you ready for a trip down memory lane? Join me as we take a look back at the 10 best games of 1990. From classic RPGs to groundbreaking racing games, this was a year that saw the release of some of the most beloved and influential games of all time. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or a newcomer to the scene, you won't want to miss this trip through gaming history. And don't forget to leave a comment below with your favorite game from 1990, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more great gaming content. Number 10. Mega Man 3. Mega Man 3, which was published in 1990, continued the series' custom of having hard and action-packed platforming sequences. This version added new fighting skills for Mega Man to use, offering players additional options for taking down bosses and navigating through levels. Fans of the franchise continue to regard it as a revered classic installment in the series. Number 9. Castlevania 3. Players had the ability to swap between many playable characters in Dracula's Curse, which was released in 1990 for the NES. Each of these characters had their own set of special skills. This classic action platformer provided players a difficult and eerie adventure through Dracula's castle, and it has remained a fan favorite ever since it was released. Number 8. F-Zero. F-Zero was a breakthrough futuristic racing game that was published in 1990 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES. The game featured high-speed racing over winding and changing tracks. Its amazing gameplay and graphics made it a hit with gamers, and it paved the way for further racing games to come in the future. Its gameplay was fast-paced. Number 7. Final Fantasy 3. Final Fantasy 3 was a classic role-playing game that was launched in Japan in 1990. It was the first game in the series to include a job system. This added a whole new dimension of strategy to the game by enabling players to modify the skills and playstyles of their characters to suit their own preferences. It was well received by critics and consumers alike, and it continues to be a fan favorite as an entry in the long-running Final Fantasy franchise. Number 6. Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia, which was first released in 1990, is considered to be a classic platformer. The game included groundbreaking animation technology, which gave the game's protagonist fluid and graceful movement. The game's popularity can be attributed to the fact that it features difficult puzzles and furious sword-fighting action. Since its release, it has gone on to become a cherished classic that has given rise to a large number of sequels and adaptations. Number 5. SimCity. The city-building simulation game SimCity was first introduced to the public in 1990. It gave players the opportunity to create and take charge of their very own digital metropolis. SimCity became an instant smash and spawned an entire genre of simulation games because to its fascinating gameplay, strategic depth, and easy UI. It is still a well-known and cherished classic that has withstood the passage of time. Number 4. Ultima Vi. Ultima Vi. The False Prophet was a famous role-playing game, RPG, that was launched in 1990. It had a world that was detailed and immersive, full with memorable characters and quests. As the 6th chapter in the Ultima series, it continued to build upon the tradition of the brand by adding depth to the world building, sophisticated storytelling, and exciting gameplay. It was well received by critics and customers alike, and it continues to be a fan favorite as one of the entries in the ongoing series. Number 3. Wing Commander. When it was first released in 1990, Wing Commander was a revolutionary space combat simulator that became the gold standard for subsequent games in the same genre. Wing Commander provided a captivating and enthralling experience for gamers all over the world thanks to its stunning 3D graphics, compelling narrative, and hard gameplay. As a result, the game was able to captivate their imaginations. It led to the creation of a plethora of sequels and adaptations and is still regarded as a treasured classic to this day. Number 2. The Secret of Monkey Island. The Secret of Monkey Island was an iconic adventure game that was initially launched in 1990 and has since evolved into a much-loved cult classic in the intervening years. It offered a one-of-a-kind and captivating experience that has endured the test of time thanks to its witty writing, interesting characters, and hard puzzles. It is still regarded as a classic example of the adventure game subgenre, even though it inspired a large number of sequels and adaptations. Number 1. Super Mario World. When it was first published in 1990, Super Mario World was a revolutionary video game that had a significant impact on the development of the platformer subgenre. It provided players from all over the world with an experience that was immersive and engaging thanks to its bright graphics, enticing soundtrack, and hard gameplay. It is still a much-loved classic that has been enjoyed by countless generations of video game players, and it was the one that gave Mario access to new power-ups and skills. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the 10 best games of 1990. It's amazing to see how these games have stood the test of time and continue to be beloved by gamers around the world. What was your favorite game on the list? Don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more great gaming content. And if you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Until next time, keep on gaming!